Oasis Audio presents Hall of Heroes, the Peabody Series, Book 7, by Jeri Massi. Read for you by Aimee Lilly. This story, without apology, is set in 1985, back when children played outside until dark, rode bikes, talked about big ideas with each other, and lived in neighborhoods. Publisher's Note: the Peabody series presents the adventures of a group of children from the First Bible Church of Peabody, Wisconsin. Some of the same characters appear in several of the books, but each adventure belongs to a different member of the group. First it was Penny in Durwood Incorporated, then Scruggs in A Dangerous Game, Jack in Treasure in the Yukon, and so on. Each character has their own battles, and each has their own discoveries to make. Whether it's calm and resourceful Penny, her brother, the handsome and quick-witted Jack, or their friend Scruggs, the tough, sober member of the group who's new to the faith. Christian children, parents, and educators have already acknowledged the Peabody series as something refreshingly new, an incorporation of high and gripping adventure with humor and an emphasis on personal integrity founded on faith. Chapter 1. Search for Adventure. When Mr. Orlando asked for volunteers in the church's Young Helps program, I volunteered. Mom said I could. Young Helps was a program to bring church kids into the homes of elderly people to help with the housework and things like that. But I didn't get an elderly person. You could say that this book is about what I did get. Nobody else in the family volunteered. Penny's my oldest sister, and she used to be a lot of fun before she started high school. She would make up mystery stories for me, or take me with her to the shopping center around the corner. But as soon as she got into high school, she made friends with Annette, and at night she had Spanish to work on. Jack and Penny are the oldest. Penny's actually older than Jack, but everybody thinks Jack is oldest. Jack's too quick and bouncy to stop long enough to do housework for anybody, let alone people he doesn't know. I come after Jack and Penny, and really I was underage for the Young Helps program. Kids were supposed to be at least 12. But in case you have any doubts, I'll tell you up front, I am extremely well-behaved and responsible. I've never done anything out of the ordinary. When I asked Mr. Orlando if I could sign up for Young Helps, he said that, seeing as it was me, he'd make an exception.
In fact, he told me, I have just the person for you. Yes, this timing is from the Lord, Jean. I nearly had to tell Martha, Miss Harris, that is, that I couldn't find anybody suitable. I think you'll do just fine.
That remark right there let me know that this Martha Harris was different somehow. He'd been holding back her assignment for some reason. He gave me her address and phone number. Everybody on the list to get a helper was a church member in good standing who had interviewed with Pastor and had become acquainted with the Young Helps program before being allowed on the list. I went home and showed the address to Mom and Dad. Mom was making salad for dinner when I came in, and Dad was at the kitchen table, slicing onions for her because onions make her cry. She stopped long enough to glance at the card with the name and address on it. "Martha Harris," she said. She glanced at Dad. "Now isn't that odd?" She said it more like a statement than a question. "How's that?" he asked. "Maybe I'm thinking of the wrong person. Do you know her?" Mom asked. He glanced up at her. "Well, sure, honey. You've seen her. Southern woman, Georgia accent. I think her parents attended our church a long time ago when they were still alive." "Well, yes, that's who I thought. She's retired here, I believe. I'll give her a call tonight. It's all right, of course. I just hadn't expected her to be on the list." Dad didn't seem to be too concerned about it, and Mom's curiosity didn't last much longer. I had no idea who she was, and since neither one of them thought to explain to me that Martha Harris wasn't elderly, I just supposed that she was. "Jack says there's a meeting tonight at the Hall of Heroes," Dad called after me. "You'd better hurry, because I think they're out there already."
Sample complete. Ready to continue?